What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by Autobahn. My name is Max, and today we are checking out this, which is Marijn's VW Golf GTI Mark 1. It is a 1983 Golf GTI, and it is a legend, of course, but this car is not stock, as you can probably see. This, in fact, is a very rare thing, actually. I've not seen it that often. It is a Mark 1 GTI with a Mark 6 Golf R engine. So the 2-liter TFSI EA888 engine. It is an engine swap. As standard, this car had the 1.8 liter because it is a 1983 GTI with 112 horsepower. But this thing now has 400 horsepower on the front wheels, which is outrageous. So today I'm going to show you around it. We'll take a lap around it. I'll show you all the cool stuff on it, and then we'll take it for a drive towards the Autobahn for an Autobahn blast. Now, this car has been swapped by the owner before Marijn. So Marijn bought the car as it is right now, and he absolutely loves it. Well, I can imagine that. He knew the guy who owned it before him, and he said, if you ever want to sell it, please sell it to me. And he did. And now he ended up with this amazing green little rocket on wheels. It is such a cool car, such a legendary, iconic car as well, of course. Designed by Giugiaro, and the design, of course, is iconic because it is so simple, because it is a small but still relatively practical car, and it is just so much fun to drive. It really is. Old cars are just so much fun. When they're a bit sketchy, even more fun. We've got the single round headlights, of course, and then we've got a GTI R badge, which this is probably one of the very few moments where you are allowed to badge your car, to up badge your car, if you have an engine swap. So GTI R, quite like that. We've got that lower bumper there, basically a 90-degree splitter, which just fits this car so well. Nice little blinkers. It's such a cute car as well. And then we start with the mods. So we've got these super cool BBS wheels, 15-inch with around that 195 section tires at the front. Toyo Proxes R888s, so semi-slick tires. And well, this wheel fits the car super well, of course. It just seems like, you know, it's born on these wheels with these tires. It looks so cool. And we've got some extenders on the wheel arches as well. It also has the front brakes from a Seat Ibiza Cupra, and it's got different springs as well, coilovers. We've got these cute little wing mirrors that don't really work because when you go like 150 kilometers an hour, they just fold in for aerodynamic purposes, I guess. We've got an RK custom exhaust on the car, as you can see. So there it is. It's a custom 3-inch downpipe with 2.5-inch catback, and then this super cool tailpipe that is angled a little bit. It just all works so well. Golf GTI R badge at the rear as well, and nice original sticker. And of course we've got the louvres in here as well, which is just amazing. Battery in here. Sketchy as fuck. Fuel pump, I guess. Oh my god, so cool. And a nice little 3-piece spoiler by Zender. And then we've got the rear brakes, so disc brakes from a Golf Mark 2. Super nice. It is a relatively well built car. I mean, we've got disc brakes at the rear, upgraded brakes at the front at least, so that is nice if you have so much power in such a light car, because originally a Golf Mark 1 GTI weighs like 800 kilos. This one has been registered at 932. And I guess because the swap is also registered on the license, so I guess they actually weighed it, so 932 kilos. It's still super light, but you've got the engine right there, so we've got a different intake. It actually fits really well in here. That's not bad. I'm not sure what they've had to do to get this in here, because it is the engine, and then the 6-speed manual with a limited slip diff from a Mark 6 Golf. And it's got a blow-off valve and a tune on it, and that is basically it. But I guess the most difficult part is the electronics. I can see a Duman US module V1.5. I don't know if this car has like a standalone system or just a new ECU or whatever. I'm not really sure. We don't really know the history of the car, but I'm guessing that electronics part is the most difficult, because the engine seems to fit in here pretty well. It doesn't seem like super cramped like with the M3 E46 with the V10 we drove, for instance, which was just a massive pain to get in there. This seems relatively simple, mechanically speaking. Okay, close that up. And the interior is fairly stock, I would say. We've got a nice black leather interior. It smells so nice. Lovely. And then nice little cloth inlay there. A different steering wheel as well, with, I guess it has a different like column, but super nice interior. We do have a different speedo there, or at least we've got a rev counter on that digital display, an OBD2 display, but we don't have a speedometer, so I'm going to use a GPS speedometer. But I do love the fact, I don't know if they did this intentionally, but if they didn't, it is amazing. And if they did, I mean, I would have done it anyway. The way it idles and sometimes like pops on idle is so nice. Oh, I love it. I really do. It does feel fairly sketchy, I have to admit, but you know, usually a bit sketchy is good for amounts of fun. And then we've got this. Is this the display? I guess this is the display. OBD, smart product, safety driving. So we're definitely, oh, made in China. You're kidding. I wasn't expecting that. We're definitely going to do some safety driving today, whatever that is. I mean, you always have to be saft when you're driving, right? Okay, so let's go for a little drive. So first and second gear are pretty much unusable because it's just too much power. Even third gear is really sketchy because it's, you know, it's so light and everything is unleashed on the front axle. So it definitely wants to go left and right. It is controllable though, but you really have to hold on to that steering wheel and, you know, expect it to sort of weave around. But as long as you don't steer too much, it's actually quite doable, I would say. So you definitely hear that blow-off valve. Oh, but it, oh, 400 horsepower has never felt like this much. Oh my god, that is a lot to handle. I mean, in the wet, this, oh, the bonnet is not really attached properly or fastened. This is not safety driving. That's not very safe. So we're going to, we're going to close that properly. I did close it properly, you guys saw. So I think with that like wheel spin, it starts bouncing a little bit, and I think that's when the bonnet latch sort of just lets go. Oh, but it is quite loud, I think. So I don't want to disturb these nice people too much. Yeah, driving, you've got quite a bit of play on the wheel, as you can see. So yeah, handling wise, it's not really built for the track or anything like that. Yeah, these people really hate me. I'm sorry. I can't do anything about it. It's just the way it is. So yeah, it's not really made to you know, do a hill climb or anything like that. It's just made to have fun, basically. Oh, nice little pot there. Yeah, you can't really floor it anywhere near a corner. Oh, fourth gear. That is when it properly hooks up. Sensitive to the road. That's also thanks to those semi-slick tires, of course. The throttle, you can also do it in second gear, and that rev limiter sounds really good. I'm going to install the speedo. I don't really know how I feel about driving this car on the Autobahn, but anyway. Down there, and that was a 9.9, 100 to 200. Fastest we've been able to do is 958, but it is, as you can see, you need to shift twice, so you lose a lot of time with that. It is actually much quicker than that time suggests. And you have to start in fourth gear because the gear ratios are pretty short. So fourth gear, 80 kilometers an hour, there you go. But it is all over the place. As you can see, and I'm going to close that bonnet again. Yeah, talk about sketchy, but amazing fun. It's the way you have to work you know, to get something out of it, is just amazing. It's not like put your foot down and stuff happens. No, you have to do it. So he definitely needs some hood pins here. That is why you have hood pins. Marijn, I would suggest installing a couple of those, because that is not really what you want. Gear. Oh, it picks up so well. Quick shift. There we go. So, as you can see, you sort of need to get used to the car, find out what it can do, what it likes to do, and that is the top speed. 235 GPS, I think. But it is, I mean, it is doable. Is it sketchy? Yes. But as long as you like don't do anything too stupid, it's quite happy to do this. 9.1. Oh, that is pretty decent. Oh. Suspension? No, not really. It's quite harsh. Oh, but it goes, it really does. So let's do one more before the border here. I'll slow down. I think if you give it like a bit of time to build up boost, it also might be a bit quicker. So go from like 90. Sketchy as fuck, but that means that it's fun as well. And you know, classic iconic Golf 1 with this engine. Who knew it would work so well? Yeah, amazing. Thank you so much for taking your car to us. To you guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. You can subscribe by clicking the big button, that really helps us out. You can also watch another video on the right here, or go to the playlist of reviews on the left. See you in the next one. Bye.